Okay, let's welcome everyone back to the lesson number 2. Today is going to be quite interesting because you're going to be doing something very simple and probably something that's going to be interesting as well and challenging at the same time. Okay, we're going to be counting cubic units today. We're also going to learn how to draw them in 3-dimensional form. Okay, let's start. Okay, now just a very quick recap what we did last lesson online. First of all, we actually learned how to measure the volume of any cubes. And we talked about what volume exactly is. Volume is measuring the amount of space in any kinds of solid. Actually, in science, it doesn't have to be solids. It can be liquids or it can be gases as well. Okay, so when we say someone is given 5 boxes and you've got to help someone count the number of things in the box. Probably you don't know what's inside the box, but you would know it occupies space. The box itself occupies the space. So what is the best way to measure the volume of that one box? So we know that volume means the amount of space. Okay. And we discovered in the last lesson that to find out a 3-dimensional volume, like a cube, all we need to do is to do a length times breadth, which we will get the area. And this area is multiplied many times because of the height. So the volume goes like this, length times breadth times height. So this was what we learned the other time. So if we talk about 1 unit cube, it will be 1 unit times 1 unit times the 1 unit. The volume is 1 cubic unit. Okay, this is your attendance code. Please pause the video if you need to take down your attendance code. Try not to use the slider because I noticed using the slider means it will give you the status of incomplete work. Let's move on. Okay, now let's go. Now, if you are in a classroom, because you are not in a classroom now, you're probably in the comfort of your home, under the company of your family members, you probably don't have things like a cube, because if we are in a class, I'm able to give you cubes like this. So let's just imagine I have given all of you a unit cube, 6 unit cubes actually, and you are actually able to form any kinds of patterns that you would like. So some of you may form the very boring style, which is what is seen over here in pattern A. Okay. Some of you probably can form more creative ones like B, C, or D. Okay. Now you notice no matter how you put it, no matter how you design your 6 cubes, eventually you will realize they have all got the same volume because all I've given you are 6 unit cubes. So the volume in this case, 6 unit cubes, that's all. Okay. Now, if I give you 10 instead, and I'm very generous and I say I'm going to give everybody 10 cubes instead. So some of you will probably be forming cubes like that. Okay. Now, it doesn't look very easy. It doesn't seem like it has 10. But if you do count and you see properly, this is 1 cube. This is 2 cube. 3. This is 4. And this is 5, 6, 7, this is 8, and you'll notice that there's also a 9 that is hidden behind the 7. There's also another cube that's hidden behind the 8, which gives a total of 10. Alright, now this one as well. If I form a pattern B like this, so let's double check if I use up all the 10 unit cubes. 1, I have used a 2 here, I have used a 3 here, I have used a 4 here, I have used a 5 here, and behind a 5 is a 6. Behind a 6 is a 7. Behind the 3rd cube there was a 8. It seems that behind the 2nd cube there was a 9. 9 is behind. And it seems that behind the cube 4 there's also a 10 that's hidden behind. Okay. So I can also form C. So if we follow the same trick, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and there's this 5. Let's count all the visible easy ones. 7, and there's an 8. You probably notice there's something hidden behind cube 7, which gives a 9 cube. There's also something hidden behind the 8, which gives a 10. So 10 cubes as well. Okay, so they all give 10 unit cubes in fact. Now, guess the unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, da da, da da, da da, da da. What do you think the volume of this solid is? Yes, you are right. There are some hidden cubes that you can't see, but you have to count them. Some cubes are hidden behind this green. Okay, and there's also a cube that's hidden behind over here. So if you counted correctly, you should get 8 cubic units. Alright, so guess the solid volume here. Now you notice because I'm using computer animations, the cubes are moving in one at a time. It becomes very easy for you to count. But in the examinations, what will be given to you is just a picture that looks like that. And you will be asked how many cubes are there. So you do have to find out what are the cubes that are hidden inside. Okay? So if you want to use the trick, this is the trick. Count the easy ones first. 4, 5, 6. There seems to be something hidden behind the 4. There seems to be one that is hidden behind the 5. There seems to be one that's hidden behind the 6, sorry. And you have a last one, the visible one. So this gives you actually a total of 10 cubic units. Okay? So now you have learned how to measure in cubic units. That means just by counting. Alright? Now, this is one of your homework, page 141. So whatever we have learned, you notice in 3A, how many count? 3B, how many count? So fill this in as your homework. Question 1, question 2 as well. And you move on, you will find that the same thing will be asked. What is solid W? How much is solid X? How much is solid Y and Z? Fill up all this and answer all these questions. Which solid has the same volume? Which solid has the least? Which solid has the greatest? So I'm going to leave you to do that homework. If you want to pause to continue your homework, please go ahead. Because I'm going to move on to the next part, which is drawing, which is also the last part of our today's learning. Drawing has never been easy. One thing, because if you know how to draw, you will be able to draw on your own without me teaching. But there will be people who will struggle, but let's try our best. Okay? Now, why do we want to learn drawing? Especially those who are very interested in going to become a designer next time. You want to design a house, you want to design a furniture, you want to design a lot of interesting things. Those who are interested in art and craft, you are needed to draw three-dimensional pictures. No longer a simple flat square. Okay? So we start off simple first. Let's draw this together. But I would like you to cooperate with me because drawing always comes with ruler as well as pencil. It's logical why we need to use a pencil so that you can erase. We're talking about ruler because you want it to be straight, you want it to look neat for a cube or cuboid. Alright, now A is simple. If you can visualize very easily, you can follow me as the video runs. Okay, with a ruler, we join the dots together. You know, dots joining the dots. There shouldn't be a line that's hanging in the air. Okay, now you notice a very nice cube is formed. Let's go on to 1B. Now, if you need to pause for you to finish your drawing, please do so. Now, you notice over here, this seems to be a cube that is facing one side, which is the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this cube as though it is really facing the right side. So I'm going to start combining. I'm going to start joining all the dots together. And you notice the cubes are slowly forming. What I've done, the dots are joining the dots. So you do that as well with your ruler, with your pencil as well. Okay? Please forgive me because I have to use computer mouse to draw. It's not going to be very nice, that's for sure. 1C, something is missing. It seems that the same cube is going to be facing the right side, but the faces are missing. So let's draw in the face first. The face that is facing the right side. Let's draw the top surface. And let's draw the surface towards the left. And a very nice cube is formed again. Okay, let's go on to 2A. Now 2A is going to be interesting because now instead of drawing one single cube, you are interested in drawing this entire figure out over here. So let's do it this way. We start off with the dot that we want to start off with. This is a dot to start off with. Let's start off at the same place here. Okay, 2 squares or 2 dots across. So we're going to do the same thing, 2 dots across. Okay, now this is 2 dots going down. So we're going to just start off with the top surface first. And let's continue on the other opposite side. 2 dots, 1, 2. Let's continue on the other side. 1, 2. Let's go on and connect up the dots. And you will find that, hey, the top surface is out. Now, the bottom will be easier now that your rooftop is ready. Let's go down this way. Okay, going down twice. 1, 2. Okay, it's going to the side diagonally. 2 dots. 1, 2. Now it's going up this time round. You notice the direction is going up. We're going to go up to 1, 2. Forgive me that the line isn't very straight. And we're going to connect 1, 2. Okay, now it looks fairly simple now because all I need to do is to connect up the dots and to make each cube look like as though they are separated but put together. Okay, so there's one piece here. If you have done using a ruler, you will find that what you have drawn gives you exactly the same thing. And if you want to revise on what you learned just now, count the number of cubes, that will be 8. And double check on your drawing, you should have also got 8 cubes drawn. Okay, now this is the homework for the whole weekend. Enjoy your weekend and see you on Monday. Goodbye.